Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm checking out Apex new rules right now that just came out, but some of them going to take effect on November 1st. So let's check it out. See what he's talking about.
So moving forward, there's not going to be any more payout request period. Right now, it's October 18th, or right in the middle of the 15th through the 20th request period. This is the
Hmm.
last request period. Okay. After this, no more. Starting on November 1st, the new program will open up as far as the pay side.
Oh,
Okay. Between now and November 1st, we got to implement a couple more systems and stuff and be ready for it. What that's going to be is right now, or in the, what it has been is you have to trade 10 trading days,
mhm.
and then you request first through fifth, 15th through 20th. 15th through 20th, first, go on. No more 10 trading days. You need 8 trading days,
Oh,
with 5 of those being at least $100 a day.
okay.
That's it. That's it. And then you can request. So 8 trading days, 5 of the days, $100 a day. The night of the 8th, like your 8th trading day at 6 Eastern when it updates, you can submit a request.
Nice.
And what our goal is when requests come in, that they are approved within 48 hours. And then once approved, you have the money within 3 business days.
Hmm.
Now, that's the goal. That will be the quoted timeframes
Cool.
to do.
Flipping, word on the street, no flipping rule anymore.
Yeah. So a couple things. So yeah, no longer 10 days, only 8 days.
Yep.
There's no more flipping rule.
Huh?
Flipping rule's gone. If you have 8 days and at least 5 of them are $100 profit,
Hmm.
I don't care what you did
Perfect.
the other days.
Okay.
Um, why are you saying $100 profit those days? Just to keep consistent trading, handle that flip issue,
Hmm.
and also, some of that did have some bigger days, and then the next payout, I'm just going to press buttons for the next 8 days, and that lump sum. Keep trading. That's it.
Hmm.
We're not saying all these days at $250 into 8 trading days, at least 5 of them $100 up. Why didn't we do more? Well, some of these people are micro traders,
Right. Yeah.
and I'm not trying to alienate them and make it so hard for them. But
Hmm.
so no more payout periods. Um, the 8 days, 8 days total,
Hmm.
$100. Can't have a day over 30%.
Huh?
Safety net is going to be required to be left in the account moving forward. Okay. Some
Okay.
people don't have a problem with that. Some people will have a problem with that.
Hmm.
But safety net meaning you're trailing. So if you have a $50,000 account, you know that you got to get it up to 52.6 for your trail to stop moving. Your trail will be at 50,100.
Hmm.
Okay. Safety net has to stay in the account. You can withdraw over the 52.6.
Okay.
Why are we doing safety net? Well, it's really not hard to understand. I mean, we've gone through that whole list of the differences of Apex to everyone else. We didn't have safety net before. We didn't have the crazy scaling and the caps and the 20 accounts and all that.
But about the safety net, he has changed that rules. So he on the video he talking about, so the safety net has to be 52.6, and you could withdraw above 52.6, but he changed that rules now. Once you reach 52.6, you could withdraw $500. So you could withdraw $500 from the safety net. So, but he didn't say that on the video, but he changed that rules. You could go to the You could go to Apex website, so you're gonna see it. But he didn't say that on on the video.
That. But also, we've talked about this in the past. It would surprise you, shock you maybe, um, how after a payout period, how many accounts are blown the next day.
Mm.
Because people get to 52.6, they take out 2 grand, they
Yeah.
have $500 left, and they blow their account.
Yeah.
Also, that's been a big part of some of the scam schemes, working the system, whatever, is just getting that to that bare minimum real quick and taking that one withdrawal and killing the account and getting the other one. This does look, we had to make a choice, right?
Yeah.
Something I've got to crack down a little bit on. Okay, you can't have 20 accounts, you can only have 10. You can't do all these contracts, you can only do a few. And you got to have a safety net, and we've got to do crazy scaling, and we're going to do this, and no more one day to pass, and no more that. I didn't want to do all that. I didn't want, and we're not going to do any more discounts. We're going to raise the price. I didn't want to do all that.
Right.
I had to do something. I didn't want to do all of it, but everything we are trying to put into the new program is about, okay, what can we do here that does help protect Apex, protect the traders, protect against the bad element, but help set up traders for the long term to do it right.
Oh.
And one of the biggest problems is risk management and building an account, compounding an account, building a cushion to where you're setting yourself up to have room in the account and be able to not just take that one withdrawal and kill it and have to start over and buy new evals and pay resets and pay the, but to keep taking continual payouts from these accounts. Also, you know, if the safety net and pretty much every company out there has a safety net. This is not some crazy shocker.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
Everyone has it, and they have it there for a reason, which again is another big reason some of them to get hit with this. But for example, the 50K account, you know, if the 52.6 is your safety net, you can only withdraw above the 52.6. So you've got that $2,500 of cushion in there that you worked for as a trader, that you built up. So let's talk for a minute here. You got $2,500 there. Are you going to go in on the next trade and just open the trade up and let it go $2,500 against you and you don't care? Just blow the whole thing? Because that's what you were doing before. Buy a new eval and had $2,500, or a new PA and had $2,500. You didn't care to blow that and let that go against you. It only cost you whatever money. Now you got some skin in the game. Changes things around a little bit, right? Causes second guess some things, to have a little better risk management, to think longer term. It really changes the whole scenario here of getting rid of a lot of these problems, but actually setting up the trader for good habits and long term. Scaling.
Yes.
Some people know what scaling is. So most companies that have scaling, that means when you start in a PA account, what the most popular company scaling is your day one trading in a PA, you can only do 2 contracts from like when you're starting at 0. And then once you make 1,500 of profit, I think it goes up to 3 contracts like the next day. And then once you get to 2,000, I think it goes to 4.
Maybe, yeah, it's something like that.
2,500, then you could do 5. Like the max you can do is 5 in their 50K account. So what is that there for? What does that accomplish for some of these other companies with that type of scaling? Well, I've showed you pictures of screenshots, right? Of somebody day one in a PA account. And the equity curve looks like this. Boom. Because they went in with all their contracts, max, windfall, gaming it, just trying to have big days. And if they blew it, oh, well, I'll just get another one. Oh, well, I'll just get another. Boom. Oh, had a big day. Made a bunch of money this first day, got past that trillion threshold. Now I'm just going to barely trade. And that creates some bad habits. It creates contracted consistency issues, all kind of stuff. So scaling on that level of just starting with 2 the first $1,500, you don't have that ability to go in and max windfall, max gamble, max just go crazy. You have to actually kind of trade to get there. Then you get a little higher, and then they give you another one. You get a little higher, and they give you another one. Right?
Yep.
Imagine how much of the drama that cuts out when it comes to scam schemes, working the system, taking advantage of the system, gambling, windfall. That cuts out a lot of problems.
Yeah.
That we did face there. Now, I personally think it's a little too much. I don't want to be that. And by the way, once you, like I said, once you work through all those levels, like on a 50K with them, you get 5 contracts. We give you 10 to start.
Yep.
Like we offer double the contracts. That's part of the issue. So there will be a call it the Apex scaling plan, which is very simple. Very simple. Half contracts until you reach your safety net. So you got a 50K account, you can do 10 contracts, right? You can only do 5 contracts until you get to that 52.6. That way you're taking it a little slower, a little less contracts, a little less likely to go overboard, over risk, over leverage, blow your account, get to that safety net. That safety net gets you past the trailing stop. It gets you to the point of now you can build balance for payout request. Now you built yourself a cushion there. Now you can do full contracts of 10.
Simple.
Now, we don't program it in. We don't block you, because that's the other problem with some of these other companies is, okay, I start off with 2 till I make $1,500. Well, I made $1,500 in 2 hours. Now I can do 3. Nope.
No.
Wait till tonight when it updates to show that. Then their system will unlock that the next day.
Yeah.
And then you got to wait in the next day. And then guess what happens when you finally make it through? You got.
So he talking about PA account, not eval account. So far, there's no rules on eval account. You could do whatever you want to do. You could take you could take 10 contract. If you got a 50K account, you could take 10 contracts. But when it comes to PA account, if you have a PA account, you gotta be careful. You gotta go half contract. That means you could only for a 50K account PA, you could only take 5 contract until you pass the safety net. Then you could go full contract, which is 10 contract. So if you're still under the safety net and you accidentally take 6 7 contract, you have to take it off right away. Take it off too. If it's 7, you take off 2. If it's 6, you take off 1. So you have to do that right away.
$2,500 in the account, and you go pull out half of it. I'm going to take a $1,200 payout. Gotcha. Now you're back down at 1,200. Under the 1,500, you're back to 2 contracts.
Yeah.
And you got to start all over. We're not going to do that to you. Okay. Like when you get the PA account, the 10 is there and the 10 is available, but don't do it.
Yeah.
Only do 5 till you get to the trailing, threshold. Past that, get the safety net, then you do 10. Now look, I don't want no drama here. Don't be posted on Facebook. Don't be emailing me, and don't be help desk ticket. Oh my God, I wasn't paying attention, and I was supposed to only do 5, and I did 6 because I did this and that. Are you going to deny me? Are you going to stop? Okay. You can keep track of your contracts. Okay.
Yeah.
We should be able to trust you. You have available to do 10, just only do 5. I got a 15-year-old that's in driving school and her permit about to be 16. Her car will go to 160. But I'm going to need to trust her, a 16-year-old teenager, to only do 55 or whatever the speed limit is. If I can trust my 16-year-old with that, I should be able to trust you with keep track of your contracts. Like it's one of the most important things you should be doing. Like I've got 10 available. I can only do 5. Mistakes happen. oh my God, I accidentally did 6 or 7. Are you going to close my account and discard? No, if you realize you went over, just close it out. Close those 2 out.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's not a big deal. All right. This is not oh, they're not locking it down because they hope we hit 6 and they're going to come on. I don't give a crap about you went over 1. Okay. Or you forgot 1. Just close it out. Now, if I see every single day you haven't hit your threshold and you're doing 80, 90% all the time, all day, just to say, well, I never did 100%. Okay, you're working the system, you're not following the rules.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a crystal ball and I'm not a mind reader, so I can't make a judgment on your motives or your intent. You meant to do this. You did this on purpose. You did this intentionally. I technically can't say that I know that, but I'm sorry. I've looked at enough reports. I know when it's, oh, randomly, Chris pressed an extra button. He's like, oh, crap. I was entering lots of 2, and I did 2. Oh, crap. I don't care.
Yeah.
But when you're constantly doing 9 every time or 8 every time and say, come on, like, just don't do it. Okay. Now, here's the difference though. When you get to that 52.6, as an example, and your trailing threshold stops, right? It no longer follows you. You can do 10. Your balance comes under 52.6, you can still do 10. We're not going to do like they do. And oh, now you're up, now you're down. Get your trail to stop.
Okay.
Then you can do the 10. If you fall back under the 52.6, I don't care. Here's the problem. Oh, the trailing threshold sucks. It's following your trade.
Yeah.
And when your trade pulls back, people aren't locking it in and protecting their profit. And you know why it hits them so quick? Max contracts.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have near the problem if you're only doing half until you're past that and it stops. Then you're good. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. It's very, if anything, it's nice and simple and clear. Yeah.
Just get past it. So yes, safety net required for the. So let's just do a quick review here.
Yeah.
No more payout request periods. At 10 days, only 8.
Yep.
5 of those, $100. 30. No more flipping rule. Gone. 30% rule is still there. Hard and fast. That is a change. It's not hard and fast.
Yeah.
You go to request. If there's 1 day over 30%, it's a no. Safety net required. You can withdraw above the safety net. Scaling, half contracts until safety net. Okay. Some people with the scaling, or some people with the
Yeah, about the 30% rules. Now he goes both way, right? Now you cannot lose 30% of your account on one trade. On one trade. Let's say you started trading. Your PNL is let's say your PNL is $1,000. So you're not allowed to use $300 on one trade. If you do, you break one rules. You're not allowed to do that. So if you do, you're not gonna get a payout. When it comes for you to get a payout, you're not gonna, they're gonna deny that payout. So you're gonna have to trade 8 more days to get a payout. So it goes both way now.
safety net are going to throw a fit. Some people, I don't care. Some people mixed. So 2 things in there you may not like, but I think everybody loves the super fast payouts we've been doing, super fast deposits we've been doing. No more
they're doing
request
that.
periods. No more
People
10 days.
Now you get
Only
paid
8. Balancing you out
faster
there
now.
as much as possible. I've told you for months, I want to make this quicker, faster, easier on these things, but I've got to do something. And the things I want to do, again, were to set up better. over the months, as I've gone through all of this and thought through all of this and what to do, I've had some good long conversations with some people and even with you, Chris. A trader's number one job, and I know I said this the other day, it was more about, a trader's number one focus, meaning the retail day trading industry is it was called a triple 90 business, meaning 90%, and this is not about Apex or prop fund or funding, no, just trading in general. The retail day trading business is triple 90 business. 90% of new day traders will lose 90% of their money in their first 90 days. Look it up. That's how it works. More will lose after that. That's this industry, period. So think about that for a minute. You've chosen to get into a business where 90% of people fail and 90% of people lose 90% of their money in the first 90 days. That's a pretty ballsy move. That's a pretty crazy industry to get into, right?
Yeah.
So this. Your number one thought in your head should be why? What do the 90 do? What do the 10% do? Because I want to do what the 10% do. Your number one first goal as a new retail day trader should be to figure out what the 10% are doing and do that, and to get through your first 90 days. Get to day 91. So that you're not a statistic. That should be your main focus, get to day 91. Problem is, it's not people's main focus. Their main focus is going to be to get to what did I just say? Day 8.
Yeah.
To get that payout. Instead of thinking a little longer term. Okay. So that's what a trader's first main goal should be. What a trader's first main job is to manage risk. That's it. Don't believe a word I say, go online. Research it, Google it, look at the best top traders, look at it. Trading is about risk management. That's it. Are you managing risk? Are you taking good risk reward ratios? Do you have a good system? Are you protecting your profits? Are you not letting the whole market go? Okay. It's all about risk management. If I want to put you into a live money account, I want to know that you can manage the risk and not blow my whole account. You'd want the same, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about some things. DCA.
Yes.
Talked about it earlier. Was the concept and general strategy of DCA the problem? No, it wasn't. It was the problem. Oh, I enter and it goes negative against me. Oh, don't enter again. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
Problem, there's a way to, we're just going to call it DCA. There's a way to DCA and do it properly that makes sense. That's a real strategy with good reason of entering certain places. The problem was just randomly entering with no stop, using the whole account and letting it blow, right?
Absolutely.
That was the problem. What's the problem with some of these morning open trades that are just not using a stop, letting the market go all the way crazy against you and hoping it comes down and you make just a little bit. And the next day, just hope you make a little bit. Or some of the other trades we've showed where, you no stop and use the whole account and it comes back against you and you make a little bit, but then you blow the whole thing. Or what about martingaling? Everybody knows what martingaling is, right? Like, I was in on a trade and I lost $200. My risk is $200. Okay, I lost on this one. So on the next one, I'm going to try to make, I'm going to double my risk to try to make that back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Double it again. You do that a couple of times, you lose it all.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
It doesn't work. What about news trading? Well, the biggest thing about news trading is don't go long in one account, short in the other account. Can't do that.
Yeah.
The other thing about news trading is somebody's chasing the market or that it's random luck. Also, the thing is you chase that news and it zips this way and zips that way. And some of these bracket trading, placing a limit order on one side and a limit on the other side. I have no idea which way it's going to go. I don't have a strategy or system. I'm just hoping it moves. So I'm going to throw one here and one here. It's not really trading, right? Not really a strategy or system. But the bad thing about it is half the time your breakouts are fake. And it gets you in that trade, and it zips and kills that one, then gets this one, kills all over the place. All of those scenarios there, it's about managing risk, you know? And the other big thing we see, and you might have seen it recently, people say, oh, why did I get a payout denial saying improper risk management? Well, I showed an example of it the other day to where all day long, every trade, I can show on the report here that you're going to have. The market went against you $2,500 negative. You let it come back and you got out at 102 profit. The next one, you let it go $2,200 against you. It came back, you got out at 107. You're risking $2,500 to make one. Well, our old rule said don't go more than 4 to 1. You're going 25 to 1. And then bitching on Facebook saying, I didn't break a rule. I traded all 10 days and never DCA'd. That risk management's out of control.
Yeah.
You would never do that in your own live account.
Yeah.
You're only doing that because it's not live money and you'll just buy another one. That's gaming a system. I have no idea if I can put you in live money you could trade.
Yeah.
Everything's about risk management. So, new rule. Forget the 3 to 1 or 4 to 1. Now, some people, I'm saying 4 to 1. Some people like to say 1 to 4. Simple. If you're trying to make $100 profit, don't let the market go more than 400 against you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Changing that to 5 to 1. Okay. Upping it for you. Your strategy or system historically makes $100. Then don't risk or lose more than $500 on average. This is not per trade, per day. If I'm looking at it over a few days, like, if you know you're going for $100, if you know $100 is your trajectory, don't let it go more than $500 against you, or it's bad risk management and it's not following the. Okay, run the numbers on that. Even allowing 5 to 1 is outrageous. Okay, but 5 to 1. Looking at it as an average. I'm not going to look at every single trade. System will look at an average. And then here's this. Another 30% rule. What do I mean by that? I mean, do not let your live, active, unrealized, negative P&L go down more than 30% of your profit balance. Start of the day. What does that mean? I start the day with $10,000 of profit showing in my account. Okay. Start with 10 grand. What's 30% of that? 3 grand. So if I'm in a trade or multiple, whatever, my live P&L that's showing negative, 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 don't let that thing go further than negative $3,000. Or you've broken a rule. It's not going to kill your account, but you've broken a rule, and if that trade comes back and ends up in profit, like that could void that profit day or trade. Okay. Because it's not in line with the risk management rule. You're in all those trades and it's coming down to 3 grand, close it out, or close some of them out, leave the rest, whatever. But don't let it go more than 30% negative. Why? Where'd that come from? Well, think about it. You went and opened your own live brokerage account, your real money, and you put $100,000 in it. 100 grand of your own real live money. And your first trade, you go in and you go all in and go all the. You're going to let that go against you and see a negative $30,000 in one trade, you're
No.
psychotic.
Yeah, no, it's unrealistic.
Like it's unrealistic. You just took 100 grand, you're letting it go against you 30 grand.
Mhm.
Like that's crazy. I honestly think this rule is crazy. I think it should be more like 10.
Yeah.
Like if I put 100 grand in the bank and I'm trading, I'm not letting any one trade go over 5 or 10,000 myself. I mean,
Mhm.
10, 15, I know some people, I think 30% is outrageous.
30s. Yeah.
But I'm giving you that room because I know all the freakouts are going to happen. And fine, I'm giving you some room here. But let's look at a scenario, Chris. So I start the day with 10 grand. I can trade whatever I want, do whatever, as long as I'm never in a trade that goes negative 3 grand at once. That's not saying I can't lose 3 grand for the day. This isn't a daily loss limit. It's
Okay.
in a live open single trade, or
Hmm.
it'd be multiple contracts,
Right. They're doing,
like
yeah.
I'm seeing that live negative P&L. If I start with 10 grand, don't let it go below three.
Okay.
Okay. I don't, but I'm still letting it go to like 2,800. I don't hit the three. I don't hit the apex number. Then I let it come up and I close it for $50, $100 profit.
Mhm.
Okay. So you didn't hit the 30%, but how you doing on that 5 to 1?
Mhm.
You just let the market go 2,500 against you, 2,700 against you to come back up, make 50 or 100. You're 25 to 1.
Yeah.
So that's why there's two risk management rules there. And I know people are trying to work around them.
Always.
So if you stay within both of those risk management rules, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
You want
Nice.
DCA? DCA. You want to
Okay.
DCA 10 times? DCA 10 times. No longer are you limited to the only one entry. You DCA as many times as you want.
Okay.
Don't let that thing go down.
Yeah.
The whole problem, going all in and letting DCA drain your whole account. Keep it at
Okay.
30%. Be smart. DCA all you want.
Okay.
You want to do bracket trades? Place an order above and below? Do it.
Okay.
When you use an auto trader, do it. Just monitor it. Don't do no set and forget HFTs. Like
Right. Yeah.
you do Autobot software, what do it. Be careful because most of those bots you're going to find, and again, no set and forgets. We want you trading it.
Hmm.
Most of those bots you find all work on a martingale thing, and they're going to screw you over on whatever. But
Yeah.
you want to do more than open trades? Do them. News, you can't go long and short at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't care about news.
Okay.
Trade news, you want to chase news, chase it all you want. My point is, in the PA contract, there's still going to be the basic guidelines like don't manipulate the simulated system, don't use some kind of HFT software that screws the system, don't go long and short at the same time,
Okay.
don't let someone else trade your account for you,
Hmm.
which means another person or one of those companies, right?
Right. Right.
The basics of, come on, everyone knows this. Don't
Yeah.
scam the system, don't manipulate the system, don't go long and short, don't let someone else trade. Follow the 5 to 1 risk management rule and the
Hmm.
overall 30. That's it. There's
All
no
right.
more rules.
All right.
All those pages of freaking rules are
Nice.
now.
All right, so pretty much this is it, and I believe Apex sent every subscriber an email. So check that email out, read it. Read that email out. Take your time, do that, because you don't wanna, trade in, make some money, and when it's time for you to get paid, they deny your payout. I know it hurts. I know it's gonna be hurt. So just read it, just read it. So if you're watching the video, you subscribe. I'm trying to build this this little channel. So I'm gonna go live. I go live like 7:30. So subscribe to the channel and then press the like button. So I'm gonna try to bring every time there is a news out, I'm gonna try to bring it to you. So you're the man talking. So I guess I see you live, okay? I'm gonna go live tomorrow 7:30. So everybody have a good night and God bless.